Hi, everybody. I get a lot of questions about me and Algeria, and sometimes I talk about sad things and sometimes I talk about happy things, but I'm going to actually come live. It's kind of late at night, putting a blanket around me. I'm going to talk a little bit about my experiences and how many times I've been to Algeria. I'm going to talk a little bit about Meninook and just some of the different things about me. Some of you guys know, some of you don't. I live in Orlando, Florida. I've written a lot of books about Algeria. This is my last one. This is called Anthem for Algeria. It's actually my poetry and my work, but it's actually in print on Amazon. It's on Barnes and Noble. It's a lot of different places. It's you can just look up Anthem for Algeria by Kathleen Woolrich. You can see it everywhere. So a lot of people ask me about Algeria, why I started being friends with Algerians, how this whole thing started. The whole thing actually started between me and Algeria in 2001. I went to a restaurant in Rue de Republique in France, and I met some people from Kabylia, and I just became friends with them, and I stayed friends with them over the years. I didn't go to Algeria. I just kept talking to them, kept talking to them. I ended up meeting a lot of Algerians in the United States and becoming friends with them. I actually went overseas, met more Algerians, and finally in 2006, I went to Algeria. Actually went to Algeria twice in 2006. And in 2006, I ended up having a relationship with somebody for several years. Didn't work out. Wasn't very nice to me. And then for a couple of years, I really didn't see anybody from Algeria. But in 2014, I started talking to them again. I started hanging around them. And in 2015, when I went to Morocco, I actually went into Algeria too in 2015. And in 2015, I moved to Algeria, and I lived in a part of Algeria called Bir Marad Rice, in a neighborhood called Concord. And I lived in the ADL. For those of you that are Algerian, you're going to know exactly what I'm talking about. If you're American, you're going to be like, what the hell is an ADL? I'll explain that some other time. And I lived there for several months. I ended up going to Setif. I came back to America, and then it was very hard for me to get back to Algeria. I don't know whether I just didn't have the money. I started helping Algerians. In 2017, I helped a lot. I saved a guy's life. His name was Mustafa. Some people know about him. Some people don't. I don't know if you're gonna. I don't even know if he's on my channel or not. And then following year, I went back to Algeria on vacation in 2018. Okay, I think my buzzer just went off in my kitchen. And I was always friends. Some of you guys are always asking me questions about Manook. Well, I've been friends with Meninook for a long time. This is not like, hey, you're just friends with Meninook for some reason. A lot of people are like, why are you friends with him? I'm like, you don't understand. I've known him since 2005 or 4 or 3. It was like, it's been a really long time. Me and Meninook have been friends. He's famous, but I didn't really know how famous he was until I made some of the videos, which my channel's been around for about 10 years. But after I made videos with Meninook, the channel took off. But I remember what I told you guys, I don't make money off this channel. It's not monetized. I don't have any kind of like channel or TikTok or anything like that that's monetized. Some people monetize their stuff. I actually didn't, because in order to monetize something, I would have to take all the copyrighted stuff off. And I do have some videos that are owned by me that are really high numbers, but because they're not monetized, they don't benefit me. So I don't know, maybe someday I'll monetize my stuff, but I'm just not really that interested in that. It's not a big deal for me. So 2018, I saw Meninook again. I published a couple books. I published a book called Martyr. I saw him. We made some videos. The year went by. I helped a bunch of Algerians. 2019, this book started, which is Anthem for Algeria. I also published a book called Wagzen, which is a book that has Kabyle stuff in it. And so in the meanwhile, I haven't really paid too much attention to my channel. Sometimes I'll upload stuff. Sometimes I'll come on here and like do music, or I'll like do like, I don't know, rock stuff, but it has nothing to do with Algeria. So, and I've had people kind of come on here and yell at me for posting what I want. but they're not realizing I don't make any money off this. This is just my personal channel that I've had for 10 years. And it's just, something I like to do. So the last book that I wrote, this book called Anthem for Algeria, I don't know if I'm going to continue to write. I got a lot of other things going on. So I went back to Algeria in 2019. 2018, I spent time with Lutfi Attar from Rhino Rise. Some of you guys know him. I've met a lot of really famous musicians from Algeria. I've gone to Algeria like 11 times. So in 2019, I was with Minanook. We had a really good time, made some really crazy, funny videos. I don't know when I can go back because of COVID. COVID has kind of screwed up Algeria for me. Like, I can't even get a visa. I can't even, like, when you contact the Algerian embassy, they're not even open. So it doesn't really matter anyway. So I'm going to try to, I will always probably put my music and songs and things like on this channel, but I like to, because it's my channel and because I've had it for so long and because it's not monetized and it can't be monetized, I kind of just put whatever I want to. I kind of don't really care whether it makes sense to people. So tonight, the main reason I came on tonight, because I was starting to show people my collection. And I have a massive collection of Algerian artifacts, newspapers, old pictures, books, because for a long time I was going really crazy buying stuff about Algeria. And so I really went crazy buying books. I went crazy buying postcards. I went crazy just doing everything. It was really kind of wild, for me. But my whole life here, I have 4 cats. Hold on for a second. Oh God, hold on. I have 4 cats. So anyway, I have to take this phone call, but I will come back and I'll talk a little bit more about Algeria with you guys, okay? Take care. I'll make little installments so they're not as long and hard to listen to. Take care.